guys, welcome to a video I want to try out. So, you ever seen those types of videos that like people just go to thrift stores, swapmeets, retro game stores, random pawn shops, stuff like that? I want to try for today. Even though my phone is at like 50 something percent, I want to try and it's on low power mode. I'm going to try this regardlessly. So, I'm just going to show me going to the section of each, wherever I'm going. I'm going to the thrift store most likely today. And I'll be showing off the thrift store I'm going to. And I'll tell you what thrift store I went to, if that makes sense. So, for example, I am here at the Deseret Industries thrift store here on Taylorsville. I think it's 7200 South. And I didn't pay attention to the west. I didn't pay attention. So, it's something like that. We're going to see if I find something. I usually find something here. I could be totally wrong this time, but I usually find something here. So, we'll see how it turns out. So, I'll see you in a minute. So, here we are. Found Back to the Future 2 and 3. If you don't know, they're my favorite movie franchise of all time. And I'm just looking through the VHS right here trying to see if I can find anything else, really. And then here, I'm just looking at the toys. Usually I can find something, maybe something small, something big, but, something I like, but not always a good luck here. But, it's good for what it is. So, let me stop you guys right here, okay? Right here. So, this is the collectible section of the Taylorsville thrift store. And, Taylorsville, Murray, whatever you want to really say about this one. But it, well, actually, yeah, it was Taylorsville, really. But still, regardlessly, yeah, I would buy that, but not for that price. Not for the price of $10, which you're seeing right now on the screen. I just won't buy that. Next to that game was literally the same freaking price. That Barbie game was exactly $10 too. So, that game, yeah, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, realistically, yeah, it actually is a $5 to $10 game. Would I pay for it? No, I already own this game. Plus, it's one of the most common games to find for the N64, next to sports games, of course. But, it's a great game. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just what it goes for. I mean, I'm not buying it because I'm not going to get it. If it was straight up for me, yeah, I'll buy it if it was for me. If I never played this game before, but I have, back when it was actually relevant on a Nintendo 64. I played it a lot. Don't remember if I even actually beat the game, but I remember playing it a lot. I mean, for people that, yeah, it's a $10 game right there, realistically, but to me, no, it's like, I'll get it for $5, maybe $3, $3 to $5, I'll say for sure, and then, there goes my phone, and then, and only then, yeah, I'll for sure probably like buy it and not keep it because I'm just probably gonna trade it away and or sell it to a friend or something. So realistically, that would have been a really good find if it was cheaper than $10. So let's carry on. Anyways, so besides that, you see like some like VHS and some DVD collection stuff, and it's collectibles. I didn't really care. So this is the book section. I actually personally like going to the books section for the kids section specifically. Why? Because there's mangas. There's I just spaced out. There's mangas. There's guidebooks, and sometimes I can find some magazines and even some comic books. A lot of people don't know I collect comic books, but it's not like I go hardcore on comic books or anything at all. I go harder, I guess, on manga. If you don't know what manga is, basically, think of it like a comic book, I guess. But it's like how do you say? It's a Japanese form of comic books, I guess you could say. It's a manga. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. And also, yeah, like I said, there's guidebooks I find in here every once in a while or from time to time. One time I got extremely lucky. I found Golden Sun, Double Pack. I was like, what was it? The first game and the second game on, the Game Boy Advance guidebook. Also found Sonic the Hedgehog 3 guidebook. Some pretty good guidebooks. I will say in today's episode we will find a guidebook, so I'll say that. But let's carry on to the next thing because you don't want to keep seeing me looping this over. So. I like going to the stuffed toy section
just because you never know what I can find. And plus, I always get jealous. When I go in, not always, there's times I see people walking out with like plushies or stuff I want, but it's always like they picked it out. And of course, right behind that is board games. Yes, there's tons and tons and tons of board games and puzzles and whatever else is there, but I'm not into board games. The only board game I was probably realistically ever into was, well, Monopoly. I never really got into like Clue or Life or anything like that, or Yahtzee. I just really played was Monopoly. All I want to play was Monopoly. But that was realistically it. So there's that for you. So back to me.
So really quick before I actually am leaving, yeah, I got a bag full of stuff you saw within clips. Also, you know, leaving that thrift store. So I'm gonna probably go to, I want to do one thrift store I've never been to, because I don't know, I've never been to it. I know it's in Sandy and it could be a little bit of a drive, so actually, why not? I mean, why the fuck not? But the only other thrift store I was gonna think about going was one in West Valley, which is literally my area, even though, you know, I basically live in Currents, but still, we're gonna try that out. So sorry if you're hearing the bag go crazy, but I'm gonna do that. So I'll see you when I see you.
1 hour later.
Okay, we're at Mystery Thrift Store. Never been to, here in Sandy. Same exact company. It's Deseret Industries. They're the best freaking thrift store in Utah. Seriously. I mean, yeah, I know like other ones are Goodwill and Savers, but Goodwill is literally the worst out of the two. So out of Savers and DI, that's short for the Deseret Industries. Also, for longtime fans of the channel, I actually straight up did not know. You know the store at Graywell I go to in West Valley, or Taylorsville really, in Utah. I did not know there's another one right across the street from here. Literally right there. You can see the name Gray Whale. I mean, you can't see like part of the name, but it's Graywell. I'm like, holy shit. I'm probably gonna go in there after this, because I straight up didn't know it was a Graywell. Maybe I'll come to this location more often, but not so much often because it's a little bit away for the drive. So I never have to come to Sandy unless I'm going to a mall, which it's like hardly ever. So again, I'm going to show you if I find anything and show you how the whole entire thing looks like. So well, there's that. So here we go.
All right, so first thing we're looking at is some Dragon Ball Z VHS tapes. So I didn't get these at all. Why? You might be saying, like, why? They're Dragon Ball Z. You must have get them because I know you're a Dragon Ball Z fan. But the thing is, they're literally like 3, maybe 2 episodes per VHS. I looked at the back of some of them after this recording and before the recording, and there were things I literally already had through like VHS. So I mean, sorry, VHS for like DVD. But anyways, I stopped this little footage right here because yes, you're seeing me hold a Back to the Future VHS, Naruto, and like some other DVD I'd actually put away. So I want to talk about the Back to the Future thing right now. I know, like, the thrift store before I went to, I found Back to the Future 2 and 3. The part I don't remember is putting it down. It must have been something I found, or I just straight up moved something with moving it around. I just kind of forgot about it because I thought I saw something. I don't know. But it made me super freaking mad because, well, I wanted to get it. I would have all 3 Back to the Futures in the freaking first day of me trying to record this thing. And I was wanting to get, you know, complete Back to the Future, you know, VHS collection, which I know there's like the official, like covers and all that. I actually want that one more badly, but you know, I'll find it one day. But regardlessly, I'm a Back to the Future fan. It's one of my favorite franchises of all time. And I didn't get the freaking VHS tape, which is literally right there on the price tag, 50 cents. I didn't freaking get it. I'm thinking to myself, did I buy it? And I didn't even get it. And I looked at my receipts. It did not say anywhere that I bought Back to the Future VHS. So I was kind of mad. It doesn't actually say Back to the Future VHS. It's like VHSs, but I remember how many VHSs I got here, and I'm like, oh great, I didn't get it at all. So yeah, let's go back. Okay, So, as you know me, showing off what I got. Showing off the back now, which is, again, the board games and puzzles. Again, I didn't check it there at all, but maybe I should have because, well, it was next to DVDs and such. Maybe in that perspective I should have, but I just didn't. So, there's that. The next thing I'll say is that we have here is the collectibles. Basically, anything that's collectible from like 20 years plus, supposedly, supposed to go in there, or something that's, you know, sealed or really sought after or just looks valuable, goes in there. The collectible section, basically, you know, is literally what it is. Just people don't want to, you know, steal it or whatever. They want to know their prices. And I'm like, you're probably seeing some games just looping a little few moments. Is that these games are worth absolutely nothing. I think the only good game in that display case was like Rad Racer, I think. And they wanted like $8 for it. I'm like, no, $8 for Rad Racer. It's freaking Rad Racer. It's like literally like a $2 to $5 game. It's freaking Rad Racer, man. So I was like, hell no, no. So I skipped on that right away. Alright, so next here, we have here is the electronics, like, media section for, like, DVDs and such. And I was surprised I saw right there, straight up, a flat screen TV. And I remember to myself, oh, wait, this must be the exact same, like, thrift store that my buddy, you know, Ricardo gets his flat screen TVs from the Swami and uses it for display and also sell them. It could be true. I think there's also one more thrift store I'd never been to that he's mentioned. So, but that was, like, way more out of my reach than this one. So I was just pretty happy I saw a freaking, you know, flat screen TV. And of course, there was some pretty good stuff there. Just didn't really care for much. So there's that. Alright, so next up here is we have books. Again, I like to go to the book section to see if I can find some comics and some manga and stuff. I actually did find some manga. I actually found like one comic book. And yeah. So in a little section, I put something in my lens because I wanted to show something off as a teaser. I didn't show off the frames. I got two frames from that thrift store, which I actually got another frame from somewhere else. Forgot where. It's either the next location or the last location. And the frames is something I wanted to, you know, work as a project to put something up in my rooms. So there's that. But yeah, I found some pretty good stuff here. I mean, there was literally people looking, but not looking hard enough. They were looking like skimming, skim. Not like hardcore looking to the book. And I can tell you the book section was probably the least amount of people there because, you know, it's boring looking for books. I get that. I was looking for guidebooks, mangas, comic books, and magazines of Nintendo Power. That's literally what I was looking for. Didn't find Nintendo Power at all. Found like one comic book. I think one or two mangas there. And oh, and a guidebook. I found Mario Kart 7 there. So I found a guidebook for that. That was pretty cool. Got it for like $1.50, I think. So anyways, yeah, so let's get back to me, okay? Okay, so after finally getting out, like, I think an hour later, doesn't even feel like an hour, but it is. I really got a zit or something. Yeah, I actually got some stuff, no lie. First experience, I thought it was good. I didn't think, like, oh, it's worse than another one or any other ones. But, it was packed. Like, it was freaking packed. Not gonna lie. I was shocked. It's basically, I was super surprised. So this is why I was surprised. So basically, I've seen thrift stores packed before, but it's usually in the morning, you know, early bird gets the worm kind of situation, you know, like you get the best stuff if you're there open at the door, you know, so that. But this is like 1:30. No, sorry, scratch that. This is like 2 p.m. or something, and it's just packed. I'm like, what the fuck? So, yeah, regardless, I found stuff. Sorry, without that angle. I found stuff, which you'll see in the video, especially what I explain. Hopefully, if I do it that way, I'm hoping I do. And it was a little overwhelming. I felt like there was a ton of people getting stuff. There was, I think, okay, there was one family. She got something. Of course, I wasn't even in the store yet, technically. I mean, I was for like 4 or 5 seconds just walking in the door. And I see a shopping cart, and there's an Eevee plushie.
big thing if you don't know, Eevee is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. One of my favorite Pokemon of all time, okay? So, yeah, I wanted that Eevee plushie. It was like kind of life size for an actual Eevee. Yeah, I have like 2 Eevee related plushies, but nothing that big. Not like a big freaking gigantic ass teddy bear kind of thing, but like pretty big. So I was shocked. I was impressed. I was like, fuck, this place is far away, and and I'm like, I would like to come here again. The only thing, I did forget to show off one little thing in the DVD section plus CD and whatever. If I did show it, I think I did show it off. Regardless if I did or didn't, I couldn't find a freaking DVD, CD, VHS rack for like a good minute or two. I'm so used to like every other DI layout. So basically the layout is that the DVD section or any media like that section is literally in the way back, like touching the wall of the store, you know? I was expecting that, and I'm like, where the fuck is it? I've seen the books, which this one is basically like a reverse of the downtown one, which I don't ever go to. It's like a reverse of that, and I was just surprised. Like, okay, I'm like, okay, it's one of those. Like, okay, go to the other side. Like, I'm not finding him. Like, what the fuck? So, and then I realized that this DI, this first, you know, first impressions, there you go, is that all their media stuff like DVDs, CDs, vinyl, VHSs, anything like that was in the middle of the DI, in the back of the middle of the back middle of the DI. There we go. So usually I don't ever look in the middle unless I'm looking for something like a project or something to do. And usually there's like the toys and the puzzles and the fluffy animals, stuff like that, you know, stuffed animals, stuff like that, random stuff. But I was not expecting to like find all that in the middle. Yeah, I was next to like the toys. I'm like, you know what? It's like actually a good perspective. Actually a good situation. It is like that. I just haven't seen anybody do it like that. No other store. But as of that perspective, yeah, I liked it. It wasn't bad. It was pretty good of a thrift store. I spent the same amount I'll probably do at any other thrift store. When I went to the book section, oh man, I felt like it was like a nightmare. Not like it wasn't organized. It was organized, but it was so like full, so packed. Like I felt like I couldn't move at a minute. And then when I looked through the books, like finally can look, I had to really look through detail because they're not organized by small, medium, and like big books. They're all kind of like mixed around in that perspective. Of course, they're not alphabetical order. You can't ever do that, but it's just, I was not expecting it. So and also I met someone today I haven't seen in like about 2 years. So that's pretty nice. I can actually talk about this one for sure. So this guy, his name is Fernando. I'm not gonna say his last name. So Fernando, basically, he used to be a pawn shop worker. He used to work at pawn shops as, you know, as an advertiser, you know, just he works at the pawn shop. Basically, there's you might or might not know it, depending where you live, is a big chain of pawn shops called Cash America pawn shops. So sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad, depending on the pawn shop. He worked at 2 pawn shops that I went to my whole life, and I'm still going to this day. The one closest to my house, which is a Cash America pawn shop, and next to like Jordan Valley Hospital and a bunch of dealerships and Harmon's and whatever. And there used to be a Fred Meyer's, if you don't know, way back in the day, if you're from Utah. Anyways, regardless, he worked there for like 10 years or whatever. So I know him from there. And then I found out later on, at some time, he moved to the Magna location, which is like a login, I forget name. I can't say it. It's like a house, cabin looking house, kind of like pawn shop, but it's not a house. It's like a gigantic ass cabin kind of looking pawn shop. So that one, he was there for like, I think he said 1.5 years, and I haven't seen him since today. And I'm like, dude, man, where you been? Like, I haven't seen you. Like, did you change stores, everything? And he told me the whole situation. Like, I didn't know that first First America Pawn Shop, First America Pawn, I think they said, bought out Cash America. I'm not sure if that's literally that store or it was all Cash America pawn shops. I don't know exactly, but there's that. And he didn't like the new managers and everything. So, and he liked to have told everybody that he was quitting and everything, as is his regulars. I was one of them, regulars, you know, old time customers, you know, all that. But he couldn't contact all of them because some of the numbers has changed. He can't remember everybody's name, only when he sees it by mind or he remembers it for some reason. So I told him, hey, yeah, my mom was actually looking for you, because my mom was looking for him like a year ago. And I told him, he doesn't work at this pawn shop because he works at the cabin one, which I was thinking of. And I didn't even know prior to that he quit. So he quit and he didn't like it anymore. He said he had to move on. He said at a point, he said he was going really up high in the company, but then it just slowly died down because of the bought out. And it was like, okay, I'm saying that, I'm sorry. Other than that, he's learned a lot of good experiences in that. And I just have to say, for a quick moment, I gotta give him a lot of props, because really he did help out my family a lot with a bunch of shit. Not gonna lie, I could tell you straight up, he was one of those workers that worked at the pawn shop to give me like good deals when I was like 15, 14 years old, or even less when I was like 10 to 12, whatever. Even with my dad. My dad was a big person that liked to buy jewelry, watches, DVDs, TV, stuff like that. Me, I was just into video games, you know, comic books, DVDs, you know, stuff like that. So I was still interested in media, but not that type of stuff. So I remember he gave us like great deals. I remember I got like Mario Kart Double Dash, Mario Party 5. Actually, Mario Party 5 or Double Dash, the price is still on the box. Which I remember, like, Double Dash or was Mario Party 5. I don't remember which one. It was like it said like $12 on it, and then he crossed it off and put like $5 on it. So I don't know. Regardless, I remember that, but there's so much other things I just can't remember. I probably bought from him specifically, and he helped me out to register. So once again, sorry for that little, well, not even a little, like 9-minute rant or just expressions about this store. So now, I'm gonna go to that gray whale, which you can't really see the name. Right in there, it's like it's between these two trees. I'm gonna go to that gray whale, see how it is. I'm not sure if we're gonna record anything in there because I don't know if I can. So I'm gonna try that out, and it's basically, actually I don't even know the time. What time is it actually? It's 5. It's 5 o'clock. I still gotta go one more thrift store, and then I'm good. So I'll see you guys here in a minute, okay? Okay, so I just got out of the store. It was, well, I don't know, like, yeah, it was like any other gray whale. It's like there's only one other one I know. You know, I mean, I think there is one more, but it's somewhere I've never been to either, nor did I even know this one existed. Basically, I just felt like it was a normal store, kind of. Yeah, it still has that same vibe as a gray whale, which is great. But, I'm trying to get my keys, sorry. But the only problem I'm seeing is that, it didn't have many, like, oh my god, they have that titles here. I mean, there's some, but there was a lot of them that was, like, PSP titles. A lot of them were. So, basically, I wasn't like, oh my god, about a lot of things. Sorry to say that, but it's true. Cool thing is, I knew that the stores are linked, so I told him, I was like, hey, do they have this one game at this other store? And like, no. I just said Sonic Adventure 2. I wanted to see if it was like, you know, linked and everything. Why did I say Sonic Adventure 2? I just wanted to try to see if it was linked. And I'm gonna turn down the volume. So I know it's gonna be cover rates in there. So, as of right now, like I said, I've never really been over here in this little mini area of Sandy. I'm usually just go like, oh hey, let's just go to the Valley Fair Mall. We'll just go to the Southtown Mall, the mall that literally has absolutely nothing because there's no electronic stores, there's no media stores, there's no stores for guys. And the only stores that's even there, regardlessly if it is guys, is clothes. I mean, like, I can go fucking find clothes anywhere else. There's a Hot Topic there, but that doesn't make any fucking difference between the other fucking malls, except for the Valley Fair Mall, which does not have a Hot Topic, but has a Zoomies. No fucking difference. So I don't fucking know. I just thought it was like, okay. Anyways, honestly, it's what time is it? It's 5:38. I'm gonna Google search if there's any game stores around here. I'm just gonna look up game stores in the maps and see what there is. Cause if it's close by, I'm gonna try to go to that store. If there isn't, then I'm just gonna go home. Well, not home. I'm gonna go to one more thrift store, but that's it. Okay. So I'm not saying like, oh my god, I fucking hate this fucking thing, whatever started it. No, it's actually pretty fun. It's actually kind of interesting. I actually had a whole day to myself so far. And it's actually pretty fun because I actually had a whole day for myself at all for a good while. And I got frustrated. It's been like 7 months or 6 months really from myself to my day. That doesn't make no sense. A day to myself. So, I mean, I had like my birthday off, had like a sick day and all that, but you know, nothing like an actual day off. I don't have no excuse to actually go to work, or there's no work regardlessly, so I'm freaking happy about that. Anyways, I'm just fucking talking. I'm just saying words, so I'm going on with nothing. So once again, I'll see you guys in a minute. I'm gonna be going to either a game store or the thrift store in the Valley Fair Mall. Actually, maybe that's not a bad idea. There is a store in the Valley Fair Mall. There's a nerd store too. You know what? I think about no. You know what? On my way back to the valley, I'll think about it. But I will be going to the DI for sure. So see you guys in a minute, or till then. Okay. Okay. I decided to go. Like I said, look up game stores around the area that I just put game. Well, I put actually a lot of things on Google Maps, and a lot of things were just like, no, I know Game Haven's not an actual game store. It's like board games and Warcraft and Magic the Gathering, so not that type of stuff. Whoa, sorry. I mean, they are games related, but regardless, talk about video games, of course. So, the only closest location was a store. I haven't been to the store for about a solid year. I could say a year and like a few months. I don't 100% remember. This store is called World's Game Store. I'll just show it to you. So World's Game Store. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm not sure if I'm even showing the correct stuff, but World's Game Store. That's all I'm freaking saying. So regardlessly, the last time I was in the store, I bought Tales of Legendia. I bought a Diddy Kong Race. No, was it Diddy Kong Race? I think, yeah, Yes, Diddy Kong Racing VHS tape. And I almost bought a Blinks the Time Sweeper on the Xbox. And I walked out with a lot of free demos because they were just getting rid of them. So let's see what I get. I don't know I'm gonna get anything. The last time I was here, it was kind of overpriced, almost everything. So I just decided to like get what I really wanted to get. So I'm here, no idea. But let's see how long it takes. Hopefully it doesn't take me as like an hour or whatever it was the last time I was here. So hoping on not that. So again, I'll show whatever I can if I can. So I'll see you guys in a minute. All right, so got out of game changers. Got out of the world's game store. So there was a lot of things I wanted, but there's too many things, and I mean, like 90% of the store was overpriced. Like it was just like, oh my god, it's like literally things I own. There's things I own that's so, like, you know, not expensive. Let's say, what was a really good example? Wario Woods on the Super Nintendo. That's like a $10, $20 game, right? No, wait for that store. $34.99. No. Of course, I saw a bunch of other games that was great. You know, games I already own. There will be either pictures or a video form of everything I show you in the store. This will include, you know, things. I don't know. I noticed there's like one or two things I didn't show off specifically fast enough, but you know, just a few things. So, I bought like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I bought 3 games and 2 demos, and then like 1 free PC game, and then a classic controller condom. Didn't even know that was a thing. Only knew about the Wii condoms, and then also the if you don't know what that is, it's, I mean, the Wii sleeves that does things for it. But anyways, regardless, like that and 2 PSP UMD disc like protectors, or I don't know what you call them, those things. So I actually needed those protectors because I have like 2 or 3 PSP games that's loose and they're not being protected whatsoever, so I needed them. I was like, I knew there was a free bin pile. I remember that from the store because I literally, the last time I got out of that store, that's mostly what the stuff I got was a bunch of free stuff. But I wasn't like, you know. Oh, Sonic Spinball. Oh my god. Fucking at least a $5 to $10 game, right? $25. $25. Now there was a loose version, which I'm thinking the loose, and I'm thinking the complete. The complete. Why do we? There's a car that keeps swerving. It's like, dude, it's not even, like, it's barely almost 7. So I spent like, what, an hour there. Fuck, dude. See, I knew I was gonna do that. I knew I was gonna do that because, you know, the collector in me, the gamer in me was like admiring a lot of things. There's like posters and stuff that was like there, but like there's clearly some things they could have given out for free. Some things I tried my best to price it down, and I got one to price down was pretty good, which is probably the most expensive thing I bought from the store. But I was like shocked. Of course, I'll show you guys all about this later on, so you'll see that. So off to West Valley, almost to go home. There's like one DI left I want to go, and by the way, I have no fucking idea where the hell I'm going. I only been through this once, so, and it was like 11 at night once, 10, I don't know. Anyways, see you guys in a while. Alright, what's up guys? So, I'm not going to go to the last thrift store. So, the last clip, you did see me at a thrift store, but wasn't the thrift store I wasn't going to actually go to. I'm actually very near that, but the thrift stores, I believe, close at 9. It is right now 8:42. I think my time's off like 5 minutes. Still, I'm not going to it. So, I instead went to GameStop. Now, of course, I work at a GameStop currently, and yeah, there's some things I'm not comfortable with saying or doing at the store. That's other time. Of course, I work with them, so I can't say anything. So, regardless of what I was trying to say is that, what was I going to say? I just missed up. Anyways, so I went to the GameStop over at Hunter High School. If you don't know where that is, it's in West Valley, Utah, and technically I actually went to that high school. And I go in just to get one game because I knew they had it when I looked it up, and they still had it. So it was the game Lair. My GameStop had it, but I mean, not to hate on my employees or anything, but like my coworkers or the store I work at. But I just like, you know, technically, I was supposed to be in there today. Not really, but here's why. So they cut hours from the store. So I'm like, okay, they told me I don't have to come in today or anything. So I didn't want to go into the store and then possibly seeing our Western region manager, which I can't say the name, but I can say that he is in the state as of right now. And it's just a scary thought. So I did not want to meet him whatsoever. And not even that, it's just like we have to do everything professionally, and of course, and we have to be struggling to get with the freaking the numbers at GameStop, you know, pre-owned reservations, gameplay guarantees, and of course, wow, I'm spacing out on the rest. I should already know, and that's just not coming to mind. So okay, let me think. Reservations, reserves, okay. Pre-owned, get as much pre-owned product that's sold as possible. Why is it's not coming to mind? Gameplay guaranteed, and power ups reward card. Get the card. So a lot of information regardlessly. So, and yes, I know it's bad driving and vlogging, being on your phone technically, but yeah, you know, I'm actually a very good, like, I'm not gonna say very good driver. I'm not saying I'm the worst or anything, but I'm just like a casual, normal freaking driver that's not fucking speed racer or anything like that. But honestly, back to the story when I went to another GameStop. Like I said, I got the game Lair. The game was like literally $2.99. I did not pay attention to my whole entire discount as an employee, and also the the elite membership. Sorry, and I don't know really. And then I got another game, which I just got told by that store that the game I've been waiting for to go on pre-owned for like literally a whole, well, what's today? It is, I mean, 5 months, 6 months about Bad Apple Wars. That's a PS Vita game. It's literally the only PS Vita game I've been actually excited to try to get it. Am I super excited to play it? Not so much. I just wanted to get it because I've been staring at it so many times, thinking about buying it, but the price range was never in my favor. It was always like 50 to 40. It dropped to 30, and I'm like, I still don't want to get it. I want to get it for like it's 20, right? So they had a copy that was pre-owned. Not even going in to think about Bad Apple Wars, but I was just going in just to, you know, get the game Lair. And I'm like, oh, holy shit, they have a pre-owned copy of Bad Apple Wars. So I was like, I fucking got it. And then, because, you know, he realized I'm an employee, because I told him, you know, and then of course my employee number to get all the discounts and all that jazz. Then, and only then, he told me that there was an email sent out that it was moved from new to pre-owned. And I'm like thinking to myself, how long ago did that email get sent out? And I asked the work over. I actually don't even know if it's an actual store manager or a manager that watches the store. I don't know. And regardlessly, he tells me it got moved to brand new to pre-owned, like I think he said it was Tuesday or Wednesday, and I'm like, freaking A. So in that perspective, by the way, there was something I had to put this on. I was kind of pissed off because I could have got it in my store, and I don't even know if it's there. I mean, I could just Google it, or I can just look it up on the website. I can look it through my app. That does help for work. So I can do a lot of things, but still, yeah. So anyways, the big reason for me talking about this going to the GameStop except for going to the thrift store, me getting, of course, Lair and not knowing about Bad Apple Wars, and I'm like, okay, that's it. That's not much time also to go to the thrift store because it's gonna be late and it's about to be closing very soon. He tells me, hey, dude, do you want these games? Yeah, here comes the part. Do you want these games that they're gonna throw away? They're just gonna straight up throw away. They cannot be taken in because they're not in the system. GameStop will not allow them. So besides the Layer and Bad Apple Wars, I'm just give you a little quick, and not look at my receipt because you know reasons. Really quick glimpse. Okay, you can pause and do whatever you want to do with that, but still, regardlessly, yeah. Do any of them want to actually keep? I don't know. I just told them I wanted them. I don't freaking know. But regardlessly, that's pretty cool. I got 10% left on this phone. It's been on like that for like the whole day. It's been like at 60%, 50%, like I said. So regardlessly, I'm done with the day. Of course, there'll be one more video about what I got at the end of today. I recorded today, later today, tomorrow morning, tomorrow, I don't know. Or later at some point in the thing. It looks like it might be a freaking raining out there in Magna, maybe. No. And regardlessly, that's be it for today. I'm home. I'll see you guys all for the next video or whatever I'm gonna be making. I don't even know if this video is gonna be called regardlessly, but thank you for watching. I'll see you guys all for the next one. Okay, bye bye.
Chaos Control!